everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tess, and as you can see, this is Tess Stitches, where I talk pretty much exclusively about cross stitch. Today is my 70th Flosstube, which is crazy, and it is June 6th, which is also crazy. I'm hoping to keep it fairly organized, but I do have a fair bit more to talk about than I normally do, so it might be a little choppy. I'll do what I can. Let's get into it. First of all, thank you so much to everyone. I have been receiving so much love recently. Not only have I hit 500 subscribers, I've gone quite a bit past that. So just kind of a little bit of housekeeping. My giveaway is still open. I will link my video with that in it below, number 69. I am giving away a digital chart to the value of $25 US. Originally it was going to be a Heaven and Earth Designs chart, but I very quickly realized that maybe not everyone loves stitching on those, and that will be open until about 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on the 24th of June. I am going to do a Flosstube extra where I draw the winner and start my birthday start with you, but I'll talk a little bit about that later on. I think that's it. No, it's not. Already all over the place. I actually have started a new job. Now, that doesn't really mean much for you guys, but I wouldn't be surprised if I have smaller stitches or less progress to show you next month. How to describe this? I've got a lot to learn, so I'm quite brain dead at the end of each day, and while I want to stitch, I am just too mentally exhausted. Hopefully that doesn't last for too long, but yeah, next month maybe a little less, but it's obviously for an amazing reason. I've only done 4 days so far and I love it, so hopefully that continues. Now let's get into the actual updates. I failed Mania big time. Not only did I not reach my stretch goal of finishing Haystack, unfortunately, I did also fail Monogamania. The last week of the month, I put in a couple of hundred stitches onto another whip to join a challenge group because why not? I wasn't going to finish Haystack and wanted to give it some love, but in the month of May, I did do 13,535 stitches on Haystack Sunset. I don't remember what percentage I was at the end of the month. Obviously, I've worked on it for another 6 days. If you're new here, Haystack Sunset is by a photograph by Jeff Pritchard, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I have broken it into a quadriptych piece because I love that art style and was never able to find one I enjoyed already done. So here is a photo of what it will look like when it's done and where it was last time. Hopefully I can get this into shot, but here is where it is now. Apologies for the really bad lighting. I just wasn't able to record earlier today, which is really not unusual for me. I'm so close. I think I've got about 3,000 stitches to go. I'm in love. I really am. Which, you know, again, if you've been here before, I've worked on it every single day for, I think, 888 days now. So I've just got a few stitches here and there to fill in. The colours are going a lot more slowly because they're sort of more scattered, but I'm very, very excited to see that done. And finally, oh, I'm making a lot of noise and a lot of, hang on, sorry, crinkle. I have finally gotten Haystack Part 3 gridded, so I can start straight on it. Doesn't really matter which way I show you up. But this piece is a lot bigger, as you saw from the mock. But it's ready to go, and I don't think that was the right way around, but again, it really doesn't matter. Here is a photo comparison of where it was last time and where it is now. So that should have been my only stitching update, but as I did say just a little bit ago, I put in 652 stitches into Small Magellanic Cloud. It's a NASA image charted again by Heaven and Earth Designs. If you've been with me before when I've spoken about this, I had it on 18 count and it was the size of a queen bed. I stitched a couple of hundred stitches on it, wasn't loving it, and was going to decrease the size of the fabric. I couldn't do it. Every time I went to cut it up, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I got 18 count because I wanted it to be huge. So I'm just going to work through it, change maybe how I stitch. But either which way, I am going to figure it out because I need it to be massive. So this is a small section. I'm not going to put it on the board because, again, it's a queen size bed worth of fabric. At the moment, I just put in 652 of 939. As you can kind of see from the feathering, I was using Hannah's method, Hannah Dowling. I will go back to that, but I needed to put in 650 stitches quickly, so I just stuck with the one colour. I will go back and fill this in before I continue too much more. Yeah, I love it. I think I'm going to have to make a frame to work on it. I now have, well, I have had for a while, I've got 2 Lowry floor stands. I think what I'm going to do is make a massive wooden frame and have a Lowry on each side of the bed or on the couch, but I do a lot of stitching in bed if it's at home. Yes, I can go there. So I think I'm going to look at making a massive frame and use both Lowrys either side of the bed to hold it up, and I'll see how that goes. But again, I just needed to put in a quick 650 stitches. So that is all of the stitching that I have to show you in the month of May. A fair bit. So I didn't think I'd done that much, but I did do sort of on Instagram and for my own comparison a photo of April 30 to May 31 on Haystack, and it was huge. I am very thankful that I do post daily photos on Instagram, because when I'm feeling a bit down and not feeling like I'm getting anywhere, it's quite good to actually look and see that, yes, actually I am making a lot of progress. So I will get into, I guess, purchases. I possibly have made more than this, but again, it's been a bit of a month. There was a huge shift in my job. It happened very quickly, so I wasn't as organized or on top of things as I like to be. So I may have forgotten things, but I will show you what I remember. I don't believe I've shared this before. I bought I Wish You Lived Next Door from Heartstrings Samplery. I am going to have to make 100 of these because I've got a lot of friends who don't live anywhere near me. I may not do all of the motifs when I send it out. I may sort of center it and just do the border, just so I've got a higher chance of getting more out. Okay, so I did finally get the rest of the threads required for Coffee Drinker's Confession, again by Heartstrings Samplery. I don't know when I'm going to start this, but it is going to be soon, and it is going to live at work, I do believe, and hopefully the board is going to help. The colours really aren't showing. That's not helping at all. Not doing the colours justice at all. Kind of. So I'm using a piece of Jay's X-Stitch fabric. I cannot remember the colour, I'm sorry, and all of the called for, and it's going to be so pretty, and I'm so excited. I've been wanting to start it for a really long time, ever since Beth mentioned it on her Flosstube, but I loved it so much I just had to do the actual called for colours, and they proved to be a little difficult to obtain, but I've got it now, and when I get a chance I will start it. The only other thing I can remember buying, again possibly more, is another Lowry stand. So this is, I believe it's new, their desk stand. I did buy the medium. There's a medium or a small. It's brilliant. Obviously it's Lowry. It's bigger than I kind of not expected it to be. I don't even know if the small is going to be the right size, but on a standard desk it kind of puts it too tall for me. So I have been taking it to my auntie's house, and it's great to sit under me and sort of stitch on the couch. But when I bought it, I was hoping to take it with me to work because I do have the desk clamp, but they often don't fit a lot of tables. I don't regret the purchase at all, but it's not working for what I bought it for. But again, like, the quality is amazing. I love Lowry. I have so many of their things. Yeah, so I'm just trying to decide whether the smaller one will work or if I just have to stitch in hand at work. But yeah, as I said, I think that's all my purchases. So we will go through my plans really quickly. Haystack, obviously, I really want to get a finish by my birthday. As long as work doesn't throw my brain around too much, I think it should be possible. It's probably going to come down right to, the day of my birthday, but for now it's still within reach. So I want to finish that and obviously start part 3 because I'm not going to miss a day. I am working on Apple Blossom Mini by Marianne Broome. Again, Heaven and Earth Designs. As I said, I've got a love Heaven and Earth. That is my work whip. So I am working on that at work. It's kind of in the name. I will show that each month. I didn't work on it in May, so you're not seeing it today. But I'm also posting a progress photo every Friday. on my Instagram because I am leaving it at work Monday through Friday, taking it home with me Friday afternoon. Then on my birthday, I will be starting Coffee by Aruda Art, Gecko Rouge Designs. Oh no, Gecko Rouge, not Designs. Sorry, just completely blanked out. If you want to join me, it doesn't have to be this piece. I would love to see anything that has either coffee or cats, and I will put the hashtag below, but it is Cats and Coffee X Stitch Sal. Again, I will be starting this on my birthday, which I cannot wait, and I'm probably going to be super boring and just start up the top here, because I'm pretty sure if I start in the middle, I'm never going to want to finish the background. Then after Haystack is finished, while I will be going straight to part 3, I think I'm going to shift my focus a little bit and try and get a few more finishes. So I will be pulling out again Storytime, Aruda Art, Gecko Rouge. You can tell I've got a style. I am currently 38% done with this, so I would ideally like to get to 50 by the end of June. No, that's not going to work, that's a lot. But I thought I figured out the maths. Who knows? So I'm going to work on this, and I would like to have a finish by August is the tentative date that I've given myself. It's just so pretty. Next up, kind of haul, kind of not. Melissa from Melissa Does the Things was the most beautiful sweetheart, and I've been talking to her quite a bit. She's gorgeous. We're so alike. She needs to move to Australia. I was planning on having Fairy Bubbles by Josephine Wall, Heaven and Earth Designs, to be one of my main focus pieces this year, but I quickly discovered that a supersize max color needs to be kitted because it's a lot. For my birthday, she finished kitting it for me. So I did have a few, but she bought the majority of what's in these bags. They are separated by Annie's and the backup, the twists. I don't know if you've seen, sorry, a lot of crinkle, how I keep my backup thread so I can put it straight onto the Annie's if I'm out and about. So my plans, I'm not going to get to stitching in June, but I would like to start prepping it so I can get to stitching as soon as possible, because again, I don't know if you've heard this before, sorry if you have, but Fairy Bubbles is one of the first charts I actually saw when I started cross stitching. It's what really got me into it. I have since bought the supersize instead of the normal, and I would like it done. I'm a process stitcher. I've got probably 70-80 whips. I don't mind if most of them don't get done, but Fairy Bubbles is one I would like to actually see. So I'm going to start winding. Lots and lots of floss. Again, thank you so much, Melissa. The only other plan I've got is, I think I've mentioned it before, Danny Corrigan, pretty sure it was in the Heaven and Earth Designs group, has done a block a day challenge. They are stitching a randomized block, one every day, on a piece by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am going to join in that challenge, though I am not doing it daily. I'm going to do block a week, and I will start that on July 1st. I am using Once Upon a Time. It's a quick stitch chart by Amy Stewart. I have taken, I think, 26 stitches off the design. I've cut 20 off the top where it's just the wood, and 6 off the bottom just so I've got complete squares. So I will be starting that July 1st. I think that's everything about me anyway. just before I go, everyone has been so kind and shown me so much love. I would like to try and pass on that too. Words are hard, and it's getting dark, and that's kind of better. Alma from Alma's Little Wonders. I've spoken about her many times before. She is an absolute sweetheart, has the most beautiful stitching. She has just opened up a membership on her channel. I will link the video below in which she sort of explains each of the tiers. And if you've got a little bit of extra cash each month and you like what she does, I'm sure it would mean the world to her to join in. I did as soon as I was able to, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, everything I've spoken about I will try and put below. I'm sorry if this is completely disjointed. It feels like more than a month since I've last spoken to you, even though it was a Stitch With Me a fortnight ago. So that is everything. I will see you on the 20th of June for my Stitch With Me. Hopefully we'll be back to Dogwood if I finished Haystack, otherwise it'll be something. I will have a Stitch With Me on the 20th. I will have my giveaway drawing and birthday start on the 24th. And then if you're only interested in the monthly wrap-ups, then that will be on the 4th of July. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.